Hey there friends, I am going to be talking about PIXY here, giving my thoughts on this situation. Now, this may be the one stock that I have had so many people ask me to talk about. I've been watching this for about a month. Starting around maybe 3-4 weeks ago, I started to hear word of this, and a lot of people were saying like, look at this. There's probably going to be a squeeze in this. I hear about stocks and squeezes every day. Everything's going to have a squeeze at this point, but there could actually be potentially a potential squeeze here. So that's why I wanted to look at it. One of the first things that I do when I hear about a new stock, something that I'm not familiar with, I don't know the feels, the flavor of what this is. You can read about what a company is and what it does, and that's one thing to do. Obviously, look at some numbers, what they're doing, where they're trailing on, a chart. That's all very important. But one thing I do as well is I go to where people are talking about the stock. I go to StockTwits, I go to Webull, I go to Discord groups, and I see what people are saying about it, how they feel. I'm trying to see, like, are people bullish on this? Are people like, no, I don't want anything to do about this? This is a bear trap. I'm looking to see what's going on here, and obviously, a lot of people are very bullish on this, and they're very bullish on this in the sense that there's going to be a squeeze. Now, will there be a squeeze? My answer is going to be what people are probably going to get mad about. And I say this about everything that potentially has a squeeze. I don't know. No one knows. When we talk about these squeezes, no one knows what anything's going to do. How big does a squeeze need to be for it to be called a squeeze? If I see something at $1 and it goes to $5, to me, that's a squeeze. That's a really big increase. Obviously, if something is sitting at $1, $2 mark and goes to $10 to $15, that's a really big squeeze as well. So that's a lot of the flavor and a lot of the situation that I'm seeing right now with this. Now, looking at this company's chart, this company has a very impressive chart. Obviously, when we trail all the way back to 2017, we're sitting around a 350 to a 400 range bid price on this. Now, more history with this stock. This stock has had a reverse stock split in the past. So that's a real big red flag. Now, is that a real big red flag where I go, you shouldn't be a part of this? No, not necessarily. There's still a lot of companies that have had reverse splits that are doing well and have rebound from a reverse split. They exist for a reason. Can they happen again? Absolutely, they can happen again. They can happen more than once. They honestly can. I've seen it. Now, the stock split took place on December 16th, 2019. It was a 1-to-40 split, which meaning at the time, if you had at least 40 shares, you were going to have 1 share. If you had 80 shares, you were going to have 2 shares. So, obviously, not the best situation for a lot of people there. Now, why do I say this? I say this for 2 reasons. Because a lot of people that are investing in this right now, they're in it for the short term. Now, the other side to that is what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of people that are in this for the long run too, especially right now with news coming out with this company. The company right now is actually trying to get themselves back up and running here. When the company's fiscal year ended around August 31st, they reported their revenue of $14.8 million, which was up from the year before. It was up 171% from the year before, actually. And their losses decreased as well. So right now, the company's got a lot going on. They've got really good things going on, actually. They've got some things in the oven cooking here. It may take a little bit of time here to see the final product, come out here. But this has been grabbing my attention more and more the more I read about it, the more I look at it. These are the kind of stocks that I personally look for. Here's a little thing. Maybe I don't talk about this enough. I probably need to talk about this a lot more with, my stock channel in general. I look for damaged stocks. That's what I look for a lot of the time. That's how I make my earnings in the stock market a lot of the times. I look for damaged stocks. And I say this because a lot of people don't talk about it. When we talk about reverse splits, when we talk about stocks that have gone through a lot of junk and they've been beat up, they've been tossed around, people are usually done with them. This is why I talk about Farming a lot. This is why I talk about BBIG a lot. This is why I talk about Global Star quite a bit. These are stocks that are kind of bounced around quite a bit, but people usually don't like to mess around with these things. And, a lot of the bigger YouTubers, they won't talk about them. And I get it. I really do. I understand that. I understand it's easier to make videos about Tesla, how great they're doing and all that, and it captures more views. And that's good. There's people that do that, and there's people that make those kind of videos that I respect a lot and that I look up to as an investor. I really do. But I think there's money to be made in damaged stocks. I really do. And I really think this stock right here, as much as I hate to say this word because it is hurtful to a stock, damaged goods, a damaged goods stock. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now with this situation. So obviously when we look at a chart, we're seeing a bit of an upcline here compared to what we've had here in the past. The last month has been bringing in news, and obviously if people start buying this at a cheaper rate, that they're seeing the fruits of their labor right now really take place. And is there more meat left on the bone here? I really do think there is, because this deal, this new situation we're seeing right now with the company, I think there's going to be a lot more news to come out here, and I would not be surprised to see this stock probably run to a $2 to a $2.50 zone very soon, sooner than later. So I think this is going to be pushed. Now, what it's going to be pushed to, I'm not so sure yet. We're going to have to watch this a little more. We're going to see how patient people are to work with this stock and help this stock get up. So friends, that's kind of what I want to say right now. Making that video on this stock really for the first time and really talking about it publicly. I think it's a damaged stock, but it's a damaged stock that can be saved and that can really make people money, and that potentially, could turn out to be something very good. There's a lot of stocks, I'm telling you, when you really look into it, there's a lot of stocks that have taken abuse over the years, but have kind of rebounded with some good news, new ideas, new CEOs, a new shift in the company. Look at Ford stock. That's kind of an example right there. Ford was going out of business 2 years ago. I was talking about on this channel, Ford was talking about closing the doors not long ago. Now look what's going on. There's a lot of things to look at with the stock, and we have to look at what we see right now with the stock, and looking at this, what the company's doing, what they're trying to get themselves into here. I'm into futuristic stocks. I'm into things that like technology, and this stock goes right hand in hand with that. So friends, with all that said, remember, be positive, be you, take time to invest in your future. Friends, we will continue to talk about this. Hopefully people watch the video, and hopefully I didn't make anybody mad here. I want to give my honest opinion here. I don't want this channel just to be something where I'm trying to get people to buy into things and hype things up. I'm really going to give you my honest opinion about it, and this is really how I feel about this. This is a very dangerous stock to be a part of, but this could also be a very lucrative stock to be a part of. And honestly, I like dangerous stocks because usually when things look the worst, they really turn out for the better, especially when something's already been through the trenches. So friends, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to end this, and I just want to tell everybody to have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, friends.